Hi, I'm Isaac Elliott, attorney for Booze Supplies, and I want to respond to some of the points that you made. Liquor Lose emphasizes that 6 out of the 50 cases of wine contain broken bottles and that this is a hindrance on their ability to provide full cases to clients. Booze wishes to highlight that although 6 cases contain broken bottles, only 2 bottles were broken in each of these cases for a total of only 12 bottles out of 1,200. Liquor Lose received 99% of the bottles that they ordered, and it is known within the liquor industry that any amount of breakage that totals 1% or less of the total bottles falls within acceptable usage of trade limits. The amount of breakage fell within the amount one would expect considering the number of bottles and the amount of distance they were shipped. And though this is unfortunate, Booze had no reason to believe that the loss of 1% of bottles would cause Liquor Lose to reject the shipment as a whole. You have pointed out that this is a one-shot contract, and that Liquor Lose therefore has the right to reject non-conforming goods. Any number of broken bottles constitutes a non-conformity that allows Liquor Lose to reject the shipment if they so choose. Liquor Lose rejected the shipment immediately and notified Booze of their rejection seasonably via email. Although they still have possession of the wine, Liquor Lose has been clear that they are only doing so until it can be picked up again, and that they have not acted in any way that is inconsistent with Booze ownership of the wine. Booze acknowledges Liquor Lose's right to reject non-conforming goods in a one-shot contract, and does not challenge the effectiveness of their rejection. Booze also is not claiming that Liquor Lose has acted in any way that is inconsistent with Booze ownership of the goods. However, Booze wants to emphasize that even if Liquor Lose has rightfully and effectively rejected non-conforming goods, Booze still has a right to cure non-conforming tender under UCC 2-5082. This subsection states that where the buyer rejects a non-conforming tender which the seller had reasonable grounds to believe would be acceptable with or without money allowance, the seller may, if he seasonably notifies the buyer, have a further reasonable time to substitute a conforming tender. Because of the usage of trade that has been well accepted in the liquor industry, Booze had a reasonable belief that Liquor Lose would find goods that conform to this usage of trade satisfactory, and were surprised at the full rejection of a shipment that still contained 1,188 of the 1,200 bottles ordered. Booze also seasonably notified Liquor Lose that they would be delivering the bottles within 4 days at the latest, a number that is clearly reasonable considering the fact that the original order required tender a month from the purchase date. Booze has therefore complied with UCC 2-5082, and their shipment must be accepted by Liquor Lose if they do not wish to be in breach of the contract. Booze does value Liquor Lose business and wishes to continue the relationship, so they will attempt to have the goods delivered in the 3 days requested by Liquor Lose instead of 4, but cannot concede any discount on further purchases. This would set a harmful precedent to Booze, and Booze will not provide 600 free bottles to make amends for a delivery of goods that was acceptable under the standard industry practice here.